Shalom, guys. It's me, Wesley. I figured I'd show you this. I have it in the floor because it's easy for me to shoot the initial setup here. What you're looking at is the compound bow that I'll probably use for the archery video. I got this from my cousin on my stepfather's side. Thanks, Tony. I know you'll probably watch this thing. If my Israeli friend's watching, a couple of things real quick. I hope you're doing okay. I know we haven't spoken in a while. I just wanted to do this. I know this is not what I intended to do, but with COVID and everything, it threw everything into a loop. And I wanted to do the video a lot sooner than this, but, you know, I'm kind of having to fly by the seat of my pants, so to say, or pardon the expression, which is winging it. In this case, what you're looking at is a Browning compound bow. The extra strings here where my fingers are will cross on the initial pull. The pulleys will give me an additional feet per second. This is where the arrows would normally rest or sit. In this case, I have vision out of my right eye. As most of you know, I'm legally blind, which means on paper, by definition, I'm blind. But yes, I can see. I can read print and other things like that, but it takes special tools. In this case, I'm predominantly doing a lot of it in English. I apologize to my Israeli friend because my Hebrew vocabulary still has to grow. I've only got about a year under my belt, and I simply don't think I could do it or convey it fast enough without a lot of practice. And I haven't been able to do conversations, and I don't want to put you in a position where you feel like you have to have conversations. I'm trying to learn this language out of respect because you're really nice, and this is something that I wanted to do as far as when we chatted and stuff. And I know it took a while doing it, but I had to get resources and everything. And I don't want to make things tense, and I don't want you feeling pressure either, because I know it can be a lot talking to a disabled person, but she was very accepting of it, and this is something that I wanted to do out of respect and because of that friendship and your sincerity. I don't want you to feel like I'm trying to flirt or impress you or anything like that. The reason I'm doing this is because of that sincerity and that friendship and your good heart. I don't want to sound like I'm flirting or anything. It's because of that sincerity and that friendship that I want to do this. And I don't want to put you in an awkward position or anything like that. To be honest, this is the first time I've ever made a video for a person, and I don't want to put you in a awkward position. Now I'm gonna try to do this while holding my phone because this is like the only video camera I have right now. I have one coming. I just have to allow my budget to get a little bit better eventually. My goal is to try to do that by spring because I also have to get some more target arrows because they're worn out. This is typically a hunting bow, and I know how you feel about hunting in case my Israeli friend's watching this, but target shooting is fine, and I don't want you to feel like you have to hunt or anything. The reason I do it is it's a sport that I can do, and the meat can get donated, or in some cases fill my own freezer, and I don't want to put you in a position where you feel like I'm gonna make you go and do something that you don't want to do. I do it because it's a matter of putting food on my table, and it's a sport that I enjoy, and it utilizes the animal as a resource. And I mean, here in the southeast is eastern woodland, and we use hunting to keep the deer in check because we don't have the apex predators. And where I am, you can fill your tags up to 10 of them during the full on deer season because they would literally overpopulate and starve to death. Because our native species down here is the white-tailed deer, and we have to keep them in check. So there's regulations when I fill tags that I have to follow. It is sustainable because we have a natural resources division. I have to go and get tags every year. In my case, one of 33 states. Because if you guys know where I live, that's in Georgia. I'm not going to say specifically where, but I have a lifetime license, which I applied for and got. I went and took my hunter safety course in addition to the archery course. I didn't have to take the archery course, but I voluntarily took it because I wanted to. Some states, as well as parts of Europe, require it, and Canada. I volunteered to take it because that way, if I go somewhere that it is an archery only area that is designated, you have to have that course anyway. So I paid to take it. It was a one-time fee. I took the test. I wanted to take it. That's the primary reason. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick this bow up one-handed, if I can do this, and show you guys the peep sights. There you go. There's a close-up. Those pins are set distances that you would have for a target or a range, or in my case, live game. I use special arrowheads that try to make it humane as possible. If I feel like I'm going to miss or not have a good shot, I don't take it. Just because I'm an ethical person and I believe if I'm going to take it, I better be able to hit it and safely dispatch it for the sake of this is going to be utilized for food. And I'm not trying to be gross or disturb anybody. The meat gets used for good reason. So, anyway, this is from the Browning Company. And you buy targeting arrows just like a normal targeting bow. And lots of people target shoot with these. This is a compact model, so this one is not as big. So in my case, with the wheelchair and everything, it's a lot easier from a sitting position to have this style bow. But as you can see, it's very small, and I don't have quite as many accessories on this because the more accessories you have on here, the more weight you're going to have. And there's an old expression, because we use the imperial system, ounces equal pounds, pounds equal pain. If you've ever been in the army or military, because if you ever have to carry a rucksack, you know what I'm talking about. But in my case, I have made improvised quivers from PVC pipe. I'll drill holes once I know the length of the arrows I'm going to get. Seal one end with pipe glue. Use a twist cap for the other end. And basically put arrows in it. And then basically either use camo tape. And every so often mark it with orange tape so that if I drop it, the orange tape will stick out. But it'll also float if you use PVC pipe. Old hunter's trick. I read a lot of magazines and books. So you can do that yourself and have a quiver that way as well. That way you have the arrows that you want to notch ready to go in this area here. So that's simply a matter of what you want to do. I've got to get a case for this one, but I just got this one today. Because he had it and asked if I would take it. So I took it off his hands, which I really appreciate, and I do intend to use it. But that covers everything. But as you can see, once I pull or draw back, I'm not going to do that here because you really don't want to dry fire these things. But once I do the video, the pulleys will add an initial force from the initial drawback or pull, and the two inner strings will cross and build up energy. And then once I release the draw, it will generate more feet per second. And you can have it adjusted. In this case, this is about I believe he said a 40-pound draw weight. So I may have to have it adjusted a little. I don't think so. I think it'll simply take some practice. But sometimes on the initial draw weight, I have had to have them adjusted. But it varies from person to person too. And the other thing is because of the way my cerebral palsy works, everything from the knee down, I can't stand up without having forearm crutches or some sort of support to stand all the way up, which is one of the reasons why I don't dance or do anything slow like that, because a lot of times they have to help hold me up, or I have to figure out a way to balance and move at the same time. It's not pretty. But long story short, that's a basic overview. And I'm not going to keep you guys any more than necessary because this video is about 10 minutes and I don't want to go over. So, Lahitraot, which is Hebrew for see you later. And I'll talk to you guys as soon as I can, and hopefully I'll make another video. Thanks for watching. And if my Israeli friend's watching, I hope we'll get a chance to chat again sometime. I miss talking to you, but, I understand. I'll talk to you later. Bye.